Good morning and welcome back to yet another video. So this week I'm currently holidaying up in Northumberland, and today we've made our way over to Sea Houses where we will be picking up a boat. And when I say we, it's not just going to be myself. I've actually got my mum with me today who will be joining me soon. She's just sorting her stuff out at the car. But we're going to be going over to an island which you can probably just see about here, which is the inner Farne Islands. Now, up on the Farne Islands, we're hopefully going to get to see the Puffins, which is the main bird that is actually out there at the moment. But there'll be kittiwakes, there'll be probably gannets, and probably various other wildlife that's going to be on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get our ticket for the boat, pick up our National Trust landing ticket as well, and then we're going to head over and hopefully get a good hour on the island today, because this lovely weather looks absolutely fantastic. I'm just hoping, for my sake, that the boat ride is not going to be too rough, because I've never been sick on a boat, but I certainly don't half feel rough sometimes. So let's see how that goes. So come along and let's see how we go. So as you can probably hear, we're actually on our way now over to the Farne Islands. I've got Mum on board, as you can see as well. So we've got our landing ticket, so hopefully we'll get to see plenty of puffins, because I've been informed by the National Trust that there is loads on the island at the moment. So I'm not going to speak on here too much because it's quite noisy today at the boat, back of the boat, and it's quite busy on board as well, as you can probably see over my shoulder. So once we land, I'll talk to you a bit more. So we finally landed on the island, and me and my mum have gone in the opposite direction. She's just behind me over here. We've gone in the opposite direction from the crowd. So when you land onto the Farne Islands, everyone seems to want to go to the castle first. But me as a wildlife photographer is not that interested in that bit. I'm more interested in looking for the puffins, which there is quite a few around. I'm just going to go and try and find some good locations now for photographing. Got plenty of black-headed gulls. There's a few terns in here as well. But they're not dive bombing people. They've not started the nesting yet, so they're not dive bombing anybody at the moment. So we haven't need our rats, have we, Mum? No need to bring them with us. So I spotted the puffins, and I'm going to go and see what I can photograph. I'll try and get some footage and some images, and I'll pop them up for you. Walked up to the far end, and there is hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of razorbills. We've also got a stag that's sat on a shag, should I say, that's sat on a nest at the moment, who's got 2 or 3 chicks. Unfortunately, she wasn't for showing us any of it. But I've got a couple of images of her sat there on a nest. We've also got loads of kittiwakes and loads of foamers that are up on here at the moment. But the puffins are all sitting in the burrows, or just outside of the burrows. I'll turn you around. They're all sat on this grass area here, just a bit further out. So I've got a little bit of footage of the puffins as well. Got some really nice images, all being well. So I'm just, what have we seen here? Oh, I'll just have a show you what's down here. So let's see if you can see it. There, just right in front of us. I'm just not bothered at all. I'm going to be honest with you, Mum. I'm going to have to look up what that bird is when I get back. Yeah, look, my mum's still here with me. She's still here. Hey, there you go. So yeah, she's gorgeous, just sat down here. It's very surprising what you can find. I've had no puffins at the moment run across us on the path. Not yet. There's still time for that, I guess. But, oh, hang on, what else you found? I need to take my mum on these ventures more. What have we got down here? Oh, it's a pair. So whatever that is I was looking at a minute ago, if I don't name it, please put in the comments what you think the bird is. But as soon as I get home, I will have a quick look in my book to confirm exactly what it is. But it looks like these 2 birds are sat on nests at the moment, but they're so well camouflaged. Yeah, absolutely. Well camouflaged into this greenery that if you hadn't seen them, you wouldn't even notice they were there. So yeah, let's carry on exploring this island. We haven't got long on it. We're only here for another 35 minutes. We haven't got long on here, unfortunately. It's not like Skomer where you get quite a few hours on it. So we'll just keep exploring as much as we can. and see what else we can find. But yeah, definitely hundreds of puffins, hundreds of them. There's none at the moment close enough that I can't photograph them, so that's a good thing. So the 100 to 500 lens was the best option to go with. The 400, I could have got away with it, but knowing my luck, I'd have the 400 and they would have probably been underneath my nose. Right, I'm going to carry on exploring and let's get some more footage and some more images, and I'll show you some more. I thought I'd just show you around a little bit. If you look behind me, just over here on this side, all the razorbills and puffins that are sat on the edge. Tell you what I'll do, I'll turn the camera around and see if I can give you a better view. As you can see, there's hundreds of people on this island at the moment, so for me actually doing this video is a good thing. Right, let me just turn you around, see if I can zoom you in and show you a little bit. So all along here you've got razorbills, there is puffins, there's kittiwakes, it's all sorts. And you would think that the rocks were white. No, the rocks are actually supposed to be dark, and it's just the poo from the birds. Oops, he disappeared, hang on. There we go. Get the right controls on. It's actually the poo from the birds that are making it white. So I've got about 15-20 minutes left and then I've got to go back on the boat. But I'm going to see what else I can get. Got a couple of puffins that have been quite close to us from the burrows, but nothing that's been right on the path side at the moment. But there is literally hundreds of burrows that are on this island as you walk around. So it's a very, very active area. So if you haven't been to the inner Farne Islands, it's definitely recommended, that's for sure. It's just a shame you can't stay a bit longer than an hour. I think I could easily spend a good few hours on here photographing. So yeah, right, I'm going to carry on a bit further and see what else I can capture before I get called to get back on the boat. So I didn't really do much videoing going back onto the boat. Unfortunately, it was a quick turnaround. As I said in the video, we only had an hour on the island, and as a photographer, as usual, we always push it to the last minute, don't we? So it was a pretty much get on the boat and then we were off. And as you probably saw, some of the footage as we come away from the island as well, which is just showing you some of the cliff tops that we was walking around. So we've come back now, we've disembarked the boat, and we're back at the harbour now at Sea Houses. I keep wanting to call it Sea Horses, but it's Sea Houses. But it's been a really good day. What did you think about it, Mum?
Great day.
Yeah? Which bit would you think was your best part?
The puffins, of course.
Oh, there you go. Puffins always have it. So now we enjoyed it when we found the seals as well. Now I know when you've been watching maybe some of the Northumberland footage maybe on the social media, you may have seen on the last couple of days that they'd actually seen orcas, but we didn't get to see any, unfortunately. We didn't even get to see a dolphin, which was a shame because it's been such a really nice day, hasn't it, out at sea?
Certainly has.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
It's been very calm, no seasickness from me, so that's a bonus. And my mum's been sitting here while we've been on the harbour, mimicking eyes of ducks. Because they're going, oh, at the moment. So yeah, that's us. That's what we're doing for the next 5 or 10 minutes while we're having 5 minutes. And we're having something to eat, yeah, exactly. Because we haven't had anything, have we, Mum, much to eat today?
Nope.
Not much at all. Nope. So yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Northumberland diet.
A Northumberland diet. I'll tell you, I lost a few pounds by the end of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay here for a bit longer. I'm going to go and have a nose at these eider ducks. Oh, by the way, the footage that I showed you earlier of the female duck that we was unsure what it was is actually a female eider duck. We double checked that when I was over there with one of the National Trust officers. And they confirmed it was an eider duck who was sat on a nest. So that was nice to see. She was right by the path. And there was a few of them, weren't there really, Mum? Because it was one of them where they were really well hidden amongst the greenery. If it weren't for certain people pointing them out, you would have walked straight past and you wouldn't have seen them. And then was watching cheeky puffins coming out of the burrows, having a quick poo, and then legging it back into it again. So at least they don't like dirty burrows, so that's a good thing. So yeah. So I just thought I'd share you our little trip to the inner Farne Islands. We did go around Staple Island and some of the other areas, which you might have seen as well, where I put some photographs up and maybe a little bit of footage that I caught as well. So that was quite nice to be part of the trip out, which was unexpected. So that was good. And yeah, so now we're back. We're having 5 minutes, and that's pretty much us done with our trip to the Farne Islands. So I know it's only been a short video, but if you have enjoyed it, give me the thumbs up as usual. And you know the normal score. Give it a subscribe and a like. And also, if you do want to give myself and Mum a little bit of appreciation and want to buy us a coffee, the normal link is down below here, and everything else is in the description. So, from the lovely inner Farne Islands, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.